Welcome back. Continue our conversation on the outcome of the National Assembly crisis and the results from the plenary of yesterday. We're being joined now by Dr. Adetokunbo Adedeji of the Professionals for Change. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here with you.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard the news of what happened at plenary yesterday. The issues that had to do with leadership have somewhat been put to rest, or have finally been put to rest, hopefully. Would you agree with that?
Well, let's take it back a little bit. I think democracy in Nigeria is on a journey path, and we're just in the middle of a path, and we're following the path precariously. And I want to believe that after a while, what is not obvious will become obvious. My interpretation of what has happened in the National Assembly now and before is the game of playing individualism against collectivism. Individuals who are elected into offices see themselves as successful individuals on the political terrain, and they tend to ignore the fact that they belong to a group, and it is through that group they were elected into office. The Constitution of Nigeria says you can be elected into any political position if only you contest on the platform of a political party. It is that political party that gives you the leverage to be able to get elected.
Sorry to interrupt, but some people will also argue that the political parties are made up of individuals. The leadership of the political parties are made up of individuals.
Correct.
And they're not saints either. They would also like to further their interests as well. So how do we begin to differentiate between the voice of the party and the voice of individuals within a party?
Good. The point I'm alluding to is that up till this moment, politicians of different political parties see themselves as being the ones who carry the flag of their party in whatever position they find themselves. And they assume to be the party at that point in time, without thinking of the fact that they belong to a larger group of people. That's why I said it is individualism playing against collectivism. If you go back in time, 1999, the problems you had in the Senate, the same pattern. But you see, it is a maturing process. Politicians will have to mature to understand that you cannot contest on the platform of a political party and now turning around to go against the wish of that political party. Your party remains supreme.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
It's happened many times.
That's correct. It is because we're in a learning process. If you go to other climes, America, Britain, the party is supreme. It is what the party wants that members of the political party will project.
Well, that's also because they have learned to ensure that they're able to differentiate between the voice of the party and the voice of individuals, perhaps not elected, in the party as well.
So that's the lesson that we have to be learning from all these happenings. You see, politicians today still have the ego to believe that they are the political party. Individually, it is what I say that my party says. Whereas it is different. Every political party has rules and regulations. If the political party says this is the direction we're going, every member of that political party, whether you have a difference of opinion or not, you're supposed to project the interest of your party.
Enough said on that.
Yeah.
What then do we make? Are you surprised that the House of Representatives eventually came to this particular conclusion?
Yes, I am not surprised.
You're not?
I am not, because from the moment the president said, I stand by what the political party wants, I knew they're getting the message. I knew the president got the message. Because if the party does not stand as one, the president is the first loser.
So the idea here is to maintain the unity of the party.
Correct. And to be able to have a front, a common front, whether you have a difference of political opinion or not from what your party says. You see, it was easy for a lot of people to single out certain individuals and make them scapegoats because they want to defy their political party. Your party remains supreme, and that is what upholds any government that is in a position to run a government, any political party that is in a position to run government anywhere, be it Republican, be it Democrat, your party remains supreme.
Is that a lesson from this?
That is a lesson from this.
So what happens, when does a party need to shift ground so that the Constitution can be seen to be supreme?
Thank you. The gentleman who left just now made a very valid point that every political party, in their rules and regulations, they should always be mindful of what the Constitution of the country says, so that all their rules and regulations will be able to guide their members to abide by the rules and the regulations stated in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That's a very, very valid point. Now, for us as a country, and for politicians in our climb here, there are certain things that they need to put at the back of their mind anytime they win an election. They have not won that election for themselves. They have won the election to serve people who put them in that political office. They have not won the election to go there to go and vie to become Senate president. That's not the reason why they have won the election. And that is the reason why a number of these problems that we're seeing here keeps coming up. People get elected into positions and they believe that it is because they have an ambition to fulfill. If you have an ambition to fulfill, then go out there and try and do it on your own without being on any political platform and see if you'll be able to succeed. It's not possible. The Constitution doesn't even allow you. So the Constitution, by inference, has made a premium for you to be a member of a political party.
But that's only for now. Some people say that the proposals that we have to the amendment of the Constitution is that we should have room for independent candidacy.
Until then, at this point, the people who wrote the Constitution know the reason why they put it there. That you must be elected on the platform of a political party. You see, individualism is a very, very nasty thing in an environment that doesn't have maturity.
Dr. Adedidi, I'll take you back again to that question of the party's supremacy.
Yeah.
So what if the party is contradicting the Constitution? Who tells the party that you're going contrary to the Constitution? Because where the standoff was one camp insisting that there's a portion of the Constitution that has to do with this, and the party insisting this is what we want. So who tells the party, and when would the party shift?
Who says what the party wants is against the Constitution? It is those who don't want what the party wants. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
The party is not unaware of what the Constitution is saying. The party is probably satisfied that what they're saying or the position they take is not going against the Constitution.
Should the constitutional amendment, besides bringing in the issue of independent candidacy, also look at this issue of the party's position and the position of the people elected?
Well, the party is already, the Constitution is already.
I mean, should it make it clearer?
Well,
more definite.
I think
because there was that back and forth, the gray areas around these statements, giving different interpretations and all.
I think, to a large extent, people who want to take advantage of a situation would ignore conveniently what would make them not take advantage of the situation. I think those people who are saying that they have a right in the house, they omitted the fact that you couldn't even get to the house in the first instance if you are not on the platform of a political party. You couldn't get to the House in the first instance. Now that you have gotten to the House on the